either Neo or Agent Smith. Not only do you need your ammo, but that ammo is kind of pointless. You can't be. What's up, everybody? Long time no see. The True Talker has been kind of quiet a lot lately. We're live on Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Facebook, the Deep State, the one world government is taking off the mask. I said this was going to happen. Called all of this. Called it all. Everything you are seeing unfold right now pertaining the administration with the cover up of the Jeffrey Epstein files, which is, if you keep asking about it, there will be a knock on your door from law enforcement for bringing up Jeffrey Epstein. Mark my words, it's coming. Not only is it coming, it's already here. Censorship is at an all time high. I want to show you something. I don't want to be on here long. But you need to understand what's going on. You need to get a hold of the gravitas of where we're at. We are not in Kansas anymore. All right. Now there's this fella who makes really good content. He used to be his old YouTube channel was called High Impact Flicks. Now it's Disturbing Illusion. But he's always, always damn near spot on. Much like myself, all right? So I applaud when truth talkers, truth tellers are getting it right. So I just want to share with you guys uh, what he was saying. Here we go. Been a while since I've been live, folks. Been a while. But just know, I've been watching and I've been waiting. for such a time as this. This will probably get shadow banned on most of the platforms. No doubt in my mind. Most of the content I've done has been shadow banned, so no surprise.
Why do I call her cosplay Barbie? Well, let's take a look and you tell me.
Here we are with Mark and Brian today. They're letting me roll with them. We're going to go out and pick up somebody who I think is got charges of human trafficking. We earlier had an op that swept up somebody who was wanted for murder. So appreciate the good work that they do every day, and we appreciate them making America safe.
Now, given what just happened to Alex Preddy, what do you think should be done to a person who points a firearm at the head of a federal agent? In other news, Donald Trump, who's starting to look more and more like Aunt B from Andy Griffith, doubled down on the idea that he doesn't like the fact that Alex Preddy was carrying a gun.
Listen, the entire country is talking about what happened this past weekend in Minnesota. You've already spoken about it. Everyone watching has seen the video. Everyone has an opinion. I'm
Come on.
curious what you thought when you first saw that video.
Well, I think the whole thing is terrible. I don't like the fact that he was carrying a gun that was fully loaded and he had 2 magazines with him, and it's pretty unusual, but nobody knows.
It's pretty unusual, huh? Pretty unusual. Very rarely have I ever left the house without a fully loaded 9mm and at least two fully loaded magazines, or in the occasion shit hits the fan and I empty the mag in my pistol and I need to keep cracking off some rounds. And that's just the sidearm. The sidearm. Pretty unusual. Pretty unusual.
When they saw the gun, how they saw the gun, everything else. Bottom line, it was terrible.
Of course.
Terrible. Both of them were terrible. The other...
Maybe it's time to go back to Mayberry and get some of that apple pie.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine Co-Producer. You can take
I'm too cheap to
any sample you find and flip it into
do
infinite
ads.
Well, I just took an apple pie out of the oven. Who's for apple pie?
Oh, did I say that Trump doubled down on his anti-Second Amendment rhetoric? I actually meant he tripled down.
One number that's bad? Can you tell? Is there one number that's bad? There's not one.
Do you agree with the assessment from some of your own officials that Alex Preddy is a domestic terrorist or an assassin?
Well, I haven't heard that, but certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. But hey, look, bottom line, everybody in this room, we view that as a very unfortunate incident, okay? Right. Everyone, unless you're a stupid person, very, very unfortunate incident. I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff. And despite that, I say that's a very unfortunate.
Certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun.
Certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun.
I don't like that an American on the streets of America had a gun and 2 extra magazines.
I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff.
So he doesn't doesn't like that Americans have guns, but he does like take the guns first, due process second.
Or might take the firearms first and then go to court, because that's another system. Because a lot of times by the time you go to court, it takes so long to go to court to get the due process procedures. I like taking the guns early, like in this crazy man's case that just took place in Florida. He had a lot of firearms. They saw everything. To go to court would have taken a long time. So you could do exactly what you're saying, but take the guns first, go through due process second. I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff. I like taking the guns early.
So the meme of the week goes to MAGA. Higher spending, federalized police forces, loyalty pledges to Israel, Palantir AI surveillance and control grids, and of course, the Epstein case is a Democrat hoax. And now I don't like that he had a gun and take guns first.
I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff. Take the firearms first.
And apparently, all it takes to hoodwink some of these people, like Gunter Eagleman, is if he stops in a restaurant and lets a man pray over him. Let's take a look and see if it is easier to deceive the masses than to convince them that they've been deceived.
Great people here. Great people in Iowa. Okay. They are amazing people. This is what the country is, whether we like it or not. Thank you all.
Yes, those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities like trampling on Second Amendment rights.
Yep.
Let's head back to Minnesota and see what the folks there actually think about Greg Bovino's exit and how they feel about federalized police forces in general.
All these fucking bums. What are we doing? Fucking bum. You're a bitch. And if your wife is out, probably fuck her too. You guys are all bitches. You can't do shit to me. You can't do a thing. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Nobody fucking wants you here. Right, get the fuck out. Walk the fuck out, you stupid bitches. Get the fuck out of here. You dumb, the fuck out of here. You fucking coward. You're a fucking coward bitch. You're a fucking bitch. Hold on, babe. I'm on the phone with these bitch ass niggas. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitches. You're a fucking coward piece of shit. Fuck you. And if you didn't have a
Anybody know why they're in Target in the first place? Are they just picking up some supplies for the road? Because apparently Bovino is taking an extended trip back to California. So maybe they're in there getting some schnicker-schnackers.
gun or a batch, I will beat the shit out of you. Take that
Oh, that got Bovino's attention. Remember what he said the other day about if you call us Nazi Gestapo, there's going to be some consequences.
Calling law enforcement names like Gestapo or using the term kidnapping. That is a choice that is made. There are actions and consequences that come from those choices. And then when you choose, when someone chooses to listen to a politician, a so-called journalist, a community leader that spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else, when you choose to listen to that, that is a choice and there are consequences and actions there also.
You're a bitch. Get the fuck out, you fucking pussy. You fucking bitch ass white boys. I'll fucking spit on you. Fucking get out of here. Get the fuck out. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
Got their pepper ball guns at the ready there.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
Here's where it's about to get interesting. This is the part you really need to pay attention at right here. FYI, I don't agree with how those people were speaking to those Border Patrol officers, right? But I do believe in the Constitution of the United States and that those people have their First Amendment rights. Do I agree with their rhetoric? Absolutely not. Nor do I agree with Donald Trump's rhetorics on firearms, which I said he was going to do. This is the moment you really need to pay attention to. This is the moment where you realize that free speech is about to come to an end. And the only way to end the First Amendment is to do away with the Second. Remember, the Second Amendment is the defense of the First Amendment. So, pay attention.
Showing you this interview of North Carolina Representative Ed Goodwin by the Good Liars, who, you know, they're Democrat, but this is an interesting interview. Listen to what Goodwin says here.
Why do you think Donald Trump is fighting so hard to not release the Epstein files?
I don't know.
Yeah. Was it? Did you find that odd that he said he was going to release it and then immediately was like, we're not releasing them?
Would you want your name brought up? He probably had some. I don't know. He probably had some friends that were involved in it, and he saved them, you know, a lot of trouble.
Do you think that's a presidential thing to do?
Well, if you go through history and look, many more presidents have favored their friends, and favored their family. I mean, everybody.
But what about the other presidents? The other presidents have done the same thing. They've shown favoritism to their family, to their friends. They've laid cover for, you know, blackmail rings, pedophile rings. Come on, every president does it.
Everybody does that.
Is that how the president should be acting, protecting rich and powerful people over victims of sex crimes?
Every president does it.
Every president hides sex crimes?
John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
But he got caught.
Right. Well, John F. Kennedy was having affairs, but I don't know that there were crimes.
And he got caught.
Okay.
But that's not very becoming of a United States president, right?
Right. So is the answer, you don't agree with Donald Trump on that, on protecting powerful people over the victims of crimes?
All depends on who the powerful people are.
Shouldn't the presidents be taking care of all Americans and not just people with lots of money?
I'm not a rich and powerful person, so it didn't interfere with me. It doesn't bother me about what them people want to do.
Yeah,
I got to pay up for what I do.
And could you tell me your first and last name and no, why not? And where you represent?
No.
This is a lawmaker.
No, it's
for
not.
the United States of America. I know some of you
keep watching.
Aren't surprised, and
you
shouldn't be surprised. But this should be an eye-opening moment for a lot of people who don't fully realize just how corrupt the system is and how perverted and disgusting the people in it are.
Why? You're a state senator here? State representative. Okay.
That's why.
Oh, but you said you work for the state. You're a representative official.
I do.
Okay. So why are you showing me a badge?
Because I have it.
Okay.
And I work for them, my country.
Right, but you are an elected official right now, right? Okay. Certainly an odd interview there. But the moral of the story is, I guess, it's okay for Donald Trump to protect rich and powerful men because he's rich and powerful. They got to protect their own.
Just in case you're wondering about the badge that Representative Goodwin flashed, we were able to get a copy of it. What the hell is going on? Your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you want to support the channel, you can do it for free. Just like this video, share this.
Yep. Yep. It's not good, folks. It is not good. An elected official who somehow has a badge and then whips it out saying, check this thing out. This is who I work for. You need to quit asking questions about elite pedophiles. You just need to shut up. Let us traffic your kids for sex and money and be content with your lot. That's who I work for. That's who my daddy is. Yeah. How many people are just... How many people on the right have just done a 180 on the Second Amendment? Blows my mind, folks. The deception is insane. I don't care, left, right. I'm here to expose the lies of the New World Order, which calls himself the Border Peace. Told you guys about that. Warned you about that. It's here. Told you what was going to happen. Jared Kushner's plans for Gaza. It's coming. He's even saying it out loud. He's braising it. Here is something Attorney General Pamela Bondi posted on Twitter today. Oh, yeah. Twitter's been a lot of fun here lately. Attorney General Pamela Bondi, Minnesota arrest. I'm on the ground in Minnesota today. Federal agents have arrested 16 Minnesota rioters for allegedly assaulting federal law enforcement officers, which I do not approve of. I don't approve of people assaulting their neighbors. Keep your fucking hands to yourself, all right? People who have been resisting and impeding our federal law enforcement agents, we expect more arrests to come. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nothing, all capital, will stop President Trump and the Department of Justice from enforcing the law. Now, this is a screenshot I captured of her post on X. And this is what I said. Every law, but that new one that got passed last year in regards to the Epstein files, because you're not going to enforce that law, releasing the files, redacting the names of the victims. Instead, what little you have put out, you redacted the names of prospective clients and exposed the names of the victims, letting the buddies know, hey, here they are. You take care of them. Let me show you why the left-right paradigm is so freaking busted. I don't care what your stance is. I saw this. I'm like, all right, that's just funny right there. Because I can see Netflix doing this, making a movie about Alex Peretti and casting a black man to play him. I mean, that's just funny. TikTok is censoring anyone mentioning Jeffrey Epstein, while now being under new management by David Ellison, who now owns Paramount and CBS, who Jared Kushner is throwing in his lot with them to acquire Warner Brothers, which, if you've been keeping track of that, now there's got some dirt coming out, which is probably justified dirt on Netflix, and so I think Paramount is going to acquire Warner Brothers. Yeah. The only thing safe in America right now is the Epstein files. Political class that never worries about rent, healthcare, or retirement can never effectively represent people who do. He that would make his own liberty secure must guard even his enemy from oppression. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 5. Another buddy of Epstein trying to virtue signal. The left sees racists everywhere. The right sees socialists everywhere. And all I see is a nation full of idiots fighting each other while their government sells them out to the highest bidder. Yep. Yep, comply or die. Rand Paul out there, or no, that's Ron Paul, ain't it? Yeah. Ron Paul out there speaking facts. You know, you can't have guns. Pretty much. Old Jared Kushner. My good buddy. Yep. All puppets. Why haven't businesses that hire illegal immigrants not been fined or punished for enabling the problem? If you live in the area, don't forget there's a Divine Worship at Martinsville Prince of Peace Lutheran Church. Yeah. It's funny that the World Economic Forum is no longer led by Klaus Schwab, but now led by Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock. Yeah, Temple, he sold out a long time ago. Yeah, you guys should go check that out. Do you know he was a DEI hire? How pro gun are you? Me? I got this off of Kyle Rittenhouse. Civilians should be able to own fully functioning tanks, aircrafts, and battleships. That's my stance. Here's our thumbnail. Look at me. I'm the deep state now. The Epstein files are on my desk. There are no Epstein files. We just need some more time. Bill Clinton. Everything else is redacted. There's another one. Why haven't the Clintons been arrested for failing to appear before Congress in regards to the Epstein files? Yeah. Remember when you promised to protect our constitutional rights? Yes, Daddy, tread all over me. Remember when we thought Trump was going to abolish the three-letter agencies, release the Epstein files, arrest the deep state, and drain the swamp? So what happened to the plan? There's a reason I stopped listening to people who said trust the plan. I didn't drink Kool-Aid in 2020, and I don't plan on starting now. Yeah, y'all need to be listening to Whitney Webb right now. She's on it. This right here is getting fact-checked on X, formerly known as Twitter. And, yeah. They're saying that this is false information, yet he has verbally said it out loud on camera multiple times. FYI. Have you guys seen The Rip on Netflix? Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Woo! That's a hell of a movie. Oh, yeah. Let's listen to this, dude.
Accused of supporting terrorists. If you criticize Israel, you're called anti-Semitic. If you criticize Iran, you're told that you're parroting for intelligence agency propaganda from Assad. If you question Trump, all of a sudden you're a liberal. If you defend Trump, you're a cultist. There's zero nuance that's allowed. No moral consistency allowed. No independent thought allowed. You must choose a tribe or you're treated as the enemy. That reaction alone tells you that this isn't organic, that it's trained and it's set up this way, this whole binary control system. Binary thinking is not natural to reality. Reality is layered, contradictory, and uncomfortable. Binary thinking simplifies realities into two.
Yep. Coincidentally, both sides view one another identically, almost like it's by design, fighting each other instead of them. Divide and conquer. Remember, all this shit popped off at Occupy Wall Street. Here is an AI-generated image being used by both sides to fuel the hate and spread disinformation. The right crops this AI slop and says he has a gun drawn, knowing it's an AI image. The left is dumb enough to show the full image, showing that the headless horseman is working for ICE. Let that sink in, folks. So, this right here, all right, this is the full image. No head, there's a missing hand. Like half of his fucking plate carrier is what's going on right there. All right. AI slop. Now, come here. Look at this. Look at this. That doesn't even look like a phone or a gun in his hand. It looks like a freaking stapler. I'll show you this. All right, so let's zoom out. Here's this American Values AV Girl for Life on Twitter. Close up. This is her posting that image. Only she crops it. Close up of Alex pulling his firearm. Why are Democratic politicians pushing propaganda that he was murdered? You're pushing their propaganda. Here's the liberals. If you look at this picture and see anything other than an unarmed and defenseless citizen being executed, please check yourself into a mental health facility. Society is worse off with you in it. And then, I'm not going to regurgitate the last part. This is the cropped version that the far-right extremist girl was posting. And look, the object in his hand neither looks like a phone or a firearm. It looks almost like a stapler. This whole image is AI. And here's the original version. It's all AI slop. And I keep saying, it keeps popping up. They keep using it. Like, why are both sides weaponizing the same AI-generated image for their talking points? You all really need to wake up. I warned about the deception that was coming, and many of you have fallen for it badly. No head. His hand's missing. Half of his plate carrier's gone. Looks like a stapler in his hand. They didn't even pull their weapons out. Like, the officers didn't draw their own pistols out till he was already on the ground and disarmed, by the way. It makes no sense. Look at Pam Bondi hanging out with all the rhinos. No one party can fool the people all the time. That's why we have two parties, Bob Hope. So, it's not good, folks. Not good at all. Asking questions about Jeffrey Epstein to an elected official whose response by the end is whipping out a badge. This is who I work for. You need to shut up about the pedophile ring. You should just let us take your babies. Let us have our way with them and make some money off of their sweet tight holes. And just shut up. Quit asking about Jeffrey Epstein. We're going to censor you. If you even talk about the censorship, we are going to fuck your world up, son. Get ready to feel the pain. Just relax and breathe. Give us your guns. Give us your Bibles. Give us your kids. Hide your wives. Hide your kids. What the fuck is going on? I do my best, try when I make content not to cuss, but damn. This has become a mad fucking world. And I fucking called it. Go watch all the videos here on the Truth or Odyssey Media channel and see how all of it, how I've been laying it out, telling you how all of them are fucking in on it. How they're all devil worshipping, pedophile fucking scumbags. And the only person that's ever going to bring any justice is when Jesus Christ returns. Which is the sad part. Like, that's how long we will have to wait for justice. Is when God says, enough is enough. And I think we're getting close. I think we're talking third temple shit in Israel. Gaza being ground zero for the foundation, the first city built by the New World Order. I called it. I called all of this. I've been calling all of this since late 2020. I woke up to the lie in late 2020. The election was not stolen because the election is not real. It's an illusion. We don't have rights. We have privileges. And privileges can be taken. Like, you actually don't have the right to drive an automobile. Your driver's license is not a right. It's a privilege. Indiana is an open carry state now. But that wasn't always the case. You had to get a permit. And I did. I bought a lifetime permit. So thus I never have to pay for a permit again. Which, depending on like certain security jobs, and if you ever get in law enforcement, which I did when I was in Department of Corrections, they asked, "Hey, do you have a permit?" Because of insurance. So you don't have the right to carry a firearm. You have the privilege if you get a permit. What happened to becoming passing nationwide open carry? I bet that's out of the fucking question now, isn't it, folks? Gone. It's gone. The Epstein files, gone. He gone. He gone. He gone. He gone. Yeah. bear with me real quickly. This is how freaking frustrated I am right now. I love you guys. Know that. I can't wait for February 2nd when Dan Bongino comes back on Rumble and just starts telling us how we all just need to shut the fuck up when it comes to Epstein. I've been trying really fucking hard to get him to block me on Twitter, but I mean, every day, multiple times a day, I'll see a Dan Bongino post on X, and I throw out some Epstein. Bow, bow, bow. How many people on the right who preached, hey, we need to uncover the Epstein files? I'm doing that voice on purpose. Just, they don't even talk about it. They don't acknowledge it. I was hoping James O'Keefe was going to get to the bottom of it, but nope. He's propaganda now, too. Fucking seems like me and old boy who used to be High Impact Flicks. What's he now? Can't remember what he calls his channel, his new channel. And yeah, the Disturbing Illusion. All right, that's what he calls himself. Yeah, so the Disturbing Illusion. Him, Sam Tripoli, every once in a while, Luke Rudkowski. I hope I pronounced Luke's last name right. Who else? Robert Barnes. Owen Schroyer finally woke up. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I couldn't just. I had to finally say something. I'd been watching and being quiet and talking to my comrades. Yeah, comrade. About shit that's going on. FYI. All right, so I will say this. Renee Good was justified. That's my thing. That was a clean kill. Shooting an unarmed man, I don't care what his fucking politics are, is wrong. And then you follow it up with anti-Second Amendment rhetoric. That should be alarming. Matter of fact, it's got the 2A people is now split. And that's just the cold hard facts. Let's see what's going on the cesspool known as X, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse, ICE messed up, but I don't blame them. Yeah, you could believe all these things at the same time, which he's right. ICE messed up. Freddie should have stayed home. You shouldn't impede law enforcement. Oh, absolutely. I agree with all three of that. And the fact that there's this mindset of either you are with us or you are against us. This tribalism, cult like behavior. Yeah, now see that is the weird part. All right, so they haven't released actual body cam footage, but they did release footage, right, of Pretty from like a week or so ago kicking the taillight off an ICE vehicle, which is not a good look. Matter of fact, attacking, my opinion, you attack a police vehicle is no different than attacking the police officer themselves. All right, this is my point of view. They get out, they confront Pretty. All right, so here, let me share the screen with you. This ain't the video, but it's a clip from it. But this is the alarming rhetoric. All right, this is the troubling rhetoric. Who wants to go hang out on the Twitter sphere? There's no way. Here's Jack Posobiec, or however you pronounce his fucking weird fucking last name, who has become butt buddies with the World Economic Forum. You know, the you own nothing, be happy people, who's now led by Larry Fink of fucking BlackRock. But I do not understand how it is that he was able to maintain his permit after such violence. He wasn't even masked. All right. And they highlight, so this is him. Look at the vocabulary here. Brandishing a firearm. Brandishing is this. Pow, pow. I always open carried. I never hid the fact that I was packing a firearm. You see this pistol on my hip? That's your warning. Don't fuck around while I'm here. Don't rob this convenience store. Don't touch anybody in this store. Be good. And we'll all have a good day. Let's go home to the people we love. Motherfucker. So one, this ain't brandishing, all right? And most of the pistol is actually tucked into the back of his pants, which is fucking stupid. That's how you put a bullet through your ass cheek and into your leg, which I've seen happen. They didn't arrest him. They didn't confiscate his weapon. So a week or so later, he still has his firearm. He still has his permit, which is weird as fuck. And then he gets disarmed. And once he's disarmed, gets shot multiple times.
One number that's bad? Can you tell? Is there one number that's bad? There's not one.
Do you agree with the assessment from some of your own officials that Alex Preddy is a domestic terrorist or an assassin?
Well, I haven't heard that, but certainly he shouldn't have been carrying a gun. But hey, look, bottom line, everybody in this room, we view that as a very unfortunate incident, okay? Right. Everyone, unless you're a stupid person, very, very unfortunate incident. I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff. And despite that, I say that's a very unfortunate.
Sir, was Mr. Preddy acting as an assassin? Do you think he was acting as an assassin in Minneapolis?
Who is that?
Mr. Preddy, your deputy chief of staff said that. You don't think so?
With that being said, you can't have guns. You can't walk in with guns.
What about the Second Amendment?
Listen, you can't walk in with guns. You can't do that, but it's just a very unfortunate incident.
What about the Second Amendment, sir?
I said months ago, and intensely for 2 weeks since this lady got killed, 3 weeks, you cannot send, on average, 4 people out to do an arrest in the middle of this. You have to stop. You have to either give them more forces or you got to stop. So I knew this. I've been predicting this. Like this. So I'm not.
But isn't the problem the fact that you had a couple people in a small section of Minneapolis? You had Alex, you had this woman, and one other person, and you had six CBP officers surround them, pepper spray them for no reason, and then jump on top of them. Like, wasn't that?
You don't know what happened 5 minutes before they said it's going to come out in court. He supposedly had his rib broken in a confrontation a week before. Did you know that?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So if he had his rib broken a week before, and so apparently, according to reports, he said that he feared for his life when he was attacked by the officers. Isn't that a problem for CBP? He wasn't charged with a crime. So what did he do to deserve his rib to be broken? If he did something to deserve his rib to be broken, there would be a court record of a charge, right?
Well, let me ask you a question, Brian.
Now we know why his rib was broken. And it's because he kicked the taillight off of a vehicle used by law enforcement. That's how your rib gets broken, which is also unfortunate. And my opinion it isn't much better than actually assaulting an officer. Let's finish hearing this out.
I'll use this as an analogy because I've read a lot of actual history. It's kind of a composite rules of what happened. Have you ever seen True Grit?
No.
The John Wayne one or the update with the Bridges? You've never seen it?
Didn't see it.
Well, imagine the time.
Wow. That's fucking sad. I like both versions. I preferred the John Wayne one. But I do enjoy both versions. It's a great story. Never read the book. I would like to read the book.
The type of guys in the old days, they'd send out as federal marshals to get bad guys. You think those are nice people? You think those are like really friendly people, nice people?
Rooster Cogburn.
No.
Yeah, so these are veterans and they're saying they're not trained. I've looked at it. No, they're veterans and police, but usually both, and they're usually veterans. One guy got dragged 300 feet, stitches all over his body. The guy that killed the lady when the footage shows she hit him with the car. You can say, okay, it was not justified, whatever. The point is, going out when you got federal agents that have been given a Herculean job and ramming them and getting in their face and screaming at them, it's not very smart. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I mean,
who do you think in history government's hired to do tough jobs? These are not cupcakes. And the point is, it's like
a lot of them are letting the libtards for under their skin, and their reactions are poor. For example, the one video of an ICE officer saying to the person filming, "If you raise your voice, I will erase your voice," which is, I'm going to take you out for your freedom of speech. Not a good. Your best course is just shut your fucking mouth. Let these motherfuckers vent. Trust me, I fucking know. You want to know how they talk to us in the fucking prison system? Not fucking well. And they're still breaking the law, violating facility policies and the law while incarcerated. They're always plotting behind your back. This is not every person in prison, but a vast majority of them are scheming. They are doing shit they are not supposed to be doing. I don't know how other states are. Here in Indiana, you're not even allowed to be doing tattoos. It's a no-no. Write them up. Write them up. You cannot let them get the best of you, get under your skin, because when you do, you just gave them an ace. You just gave them the lawsuit they're looking for. So, be like a duck. Let that water roll off your back. Let the baby cry until it falls asleep. It's not that fucking hard unless you're insecure. So, I don't believe this is the case for every person that works for ICE. But there are fucking examples out there where, yeah, no, dude. You are not making this agency look good at all. Hopefully, they can get better leadership, start doing better in training their staff. Remember, I'm big on limited government. I wonder how well they are vetting with psyche valves on people they're hiring. I remember when I was working for DOC, I was entertaining applying for ICE. And I think I'm done with government work. Too much corruption. Way too much corruption. I'm not a fan of corruption. Trust me, I saw some shit. inside, I was like, yeah, I'm not liking this. Wow, it started with us all over again.
Oh, these are veterans and they're saying they're not trained. I've looked at it. No, they're veterans and police, but usually both, and they're usually veterans. One guy got dragged 300 feet, stitches all over his body. The guy that killed the lady, when the footage shows she hit him with the car, you can say, okay, it was not justified, whatever. The point is, going out when you got federal agents that have been given a Herculean job and ramming them and getting in their face and screaming at them, it's not very smart. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean,
who do you think in history?
Alex not even giving. So this is claiming to be a debate, but he can't even let the other guy speak, which is Alex's fucking tactic. Speaking over people.
Government's hired to do tough jobs. These are not cupcakes. And the point is, it's like when they had Black Lives Matter with an AK-47, stop the off-duty sergeant and point a gun and say, get out of the car. He killed him because he's a heavily decorated Afghan vet with PTSD. You just run around aiming guns at people? You know, especially veterans, how dangerous that is?
Yeah, but you're blaming the people who are protesting against the government who were killed
but
rather
they're not
than
protesting in front of a federal building or attacking a hotel like they do. They're out in the middle of operations in their face.
Yeah, but this is so not Alex Jones. Like this right here isn't Alex Jones. You're arguing in favor of the government killing people. Like
no, I'm explaining, Brian. I'm explaining something real quick.
Like
Brian,
1999 Alex Jones would be yelling at you right now.
No, you guys keep doing that as a cheap trick. I've actually studied politics, world history, U.S. politics, U.S.
Here's the deal. He got sued for a shit ton of money. He's in debt out of his fucking ass. Trump has done nothing to really help fucking Alex Jones. Matter of fact, he's done more shit to ruin fucking Alex Jones' fucking life. And if he were to turn on Trump, he would probably lose even more money. So he's got to tote the line, lick the boot.
Threat posture, all of it. If you have the government officially training for national gun confiscation and the Delta Force training to take over governors that don't submit during martial law, and I got that from the Delta Force, and Delta Force training to set up real liberal protesters at the World Trade Organization meeting in '99, they didn't like that. They're the ones who gave me the information. When you have Delta Force murdering the people of Waco, I was given that by the military and police because they were being given a mission that was unconstitutional. That's to take over government, install martial law. If Trump tries that, I'm not for it. Going out with warrants or court orders to arrest bank robbers and child molesters, and these are agents up, 100 to 1 outnumbered. They're not creating martial law. They're out grabbing people that are here illegally. Now you can say, it could be done nicer or whatever. Those are two different apples and oranges things.
Yeah, but Good wasn't here illegally. Neither was Preddy, right?
But they went and stuck themselves. They went and stuck themselves in the middle of operations.
They're protesting. They're filming the government to make sure the government isn't doing something that's illegal.
I've been to plenty of government raids and stuff. I sit back, the cops say, get over there. I shoot from that position. I don't, when they're raiding a house of drug dealers, I don't run into the middle of the SWAT team, but I get killed.
Yeah, he'll sneak into Bohemian Grove. That's where this shit's gotten weird.
Nobody was being shot. They were just filming them chasing after a kid or something. It was like the first time Alex Preddy was attacked by the officers.
F you, we're going to kill you. You can hear it on the tape. F you, F your family. Have you seen the rhetoric coming out of people?
But we don't have any evidence that Preddy said that. Renee didn't say that.
Here's my deal, Brian. Your points are well taken. It is good to have an anti-police state instinct. It is good to have an anti-authoritarian instinct. And I have it. I see ISIS outnumbered. I see the Republican crisis. I see an invasion of third world populations. I see the Cloward and Piven replacement migration operation. And so I overall, like with Kennedy and what he's doing, see what Trump is doing as at least an attempt at good. And that's why I give him benefit of the doubt. I agree they got on TV and lied, and I believed them. and said he pulled a gun, did all this. I couldn't tell the early footage. You got it right. I was like, yeah, I admitted it. I said, yeah, it's bullshit. Even Trump has said that. So I get some of your points. I'm just saying the left opened the border, created the crisis.
They're all guilty of it. It's all scripted. Huh. I wonder what that might be. Nothing. She's staying. He's never going to fire Bondi. Bondi's going nowhere. We all wanted Matt Gaetz, but we didn't get Matt Gaetz. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, right here, Robert Barnes. I know more about Alex Preddy in 3 days than I know about Thomas Crooks in 563 days. Insane. Yep. Yep. Not good, folks. This was an interesting podcast. Though they didn't get into the post incident rhetoric of you can't have guns. Ooh. yeah. If it was a clean shoot, then why are people getting fired over it? USS Abraham Lincoln has gone dark, indicating it is now preparing for war with Iran. No transponder, no communication in or out. Yeah, there goes the whole no new wars president. The military industrial complex has won, folks. Fucking Sam Tripoli. I love Sam. He's one of the best. One of the most underrated comics. Right? Democrats are currently up 6 points. Probably going to take aliens or a war at this point. Yeah, it's like, pow! Shooting yourself in the foot. Well, guys, I'm over it. Well, I'm done for the night. I just can't do this shit. It's fucking bonkers. Everybody's lost their minds. It's like 2020 all over again. Only the actors are reversed. In some ways, some of it's almost freaking identical to what it was. But instead of a pandemic, it's they're coming for the guns. Guys, this is the Truth or Odyssey, where we seek the truth in a world full of disinformation and indoctrination. I am signing out. You can't be either Neo or Agent Smith. Not only do you need your ammo, but that ammo is kind of pointless if you don't have the proper tools to use it with. So right now would actually be an excellent time to go to your local gun shops or your local Rural King. Head to that gun barn and start investing in some firearms and plenty of bullets. Plenty of bullets. Right here is my Smith & Wesson M&P